Right, as you can see, this is the site of the old Hmp Remand Centre, Thorpe Arch, and as you can see, it's still a dilapidated building, and I can point a few things out here to you whilst I'm here. Now, the building here in front of you is the site of the old reception. You drive in through the gatehouse and you go into the reception over there. And all this building here was the old gatehouse for the remand centre. I came here in 1976 as a borstal boy. This place was terrible, mate. A lot of brutality of staff here, but they were dealing with boys, that's why they got away with it. And as I said, this was a remand centre for borstal boys, and this is where they all came. You got remanded, any YPs, young offenders, up to age of 21, this is where you'd come. Now, this place, it houses, well, it housed about 400 prisoners then. It is now part of Hmp Whelston. This part is used for single cells and a drug unit. You can see the state of it. It's a mess. It's a fabricated concrete building, and as you can see, these windows here on side of the building, they're about the size of the cell windows. Believe it or not, you see the squares in the middle. I can't zoom in with this camera. There were actually lads here, small enough, that could riddle through them and get out into the courtyard at back at wings, which would have been over that area. This here, that's a wing. That's one of the old wings. And then you go straight down that way, down a corridor, and there's two wings crossing at the bottom. The left-hand side used to be old block, right-hand side what wing, and upstairs what cells as well. And lads were small enough, that's how small lads were. They could get through them windows and run about and collect everybody's lines and generally have a laugh till screws come. Now, as I said, it amalgamated in April 95. It closed down so they could do extensive renovations to both here and Hmp Open Prison, which were next door, which were called Rudgate. It closed and reopened in 2008, I believe it was. As you can see, all this part here, as I've said, what old part at the Remand Centre. But it's always been pretty bad, this place. And as you can see, it's still a scruffy prison. Hi love, I'm just doing audits on the prison. If you look up Arthur Taylor on YouTube, I do prison and prison corruption and police corruption. You'll find them interesting, love. Arthur Taylor, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. And as you can see, members of the public are quite willing to stop and talk to us, and we'll see how these screws do. Now, Rudgate was an open prison, and it closed and amalgamated with the remand centre next door to make a category C. If you want to come to End, love, I'm willing to talk to you. I'm not going to shout through an edge. Now, it closed and it is all category C now. Excuse me, love, do you want to talk to me now? Well, you shouted at me from behind a car. Do you want to come from behind a car? Well, I'm entitled to film. I'm in a public... I am doing an audit on prison corruption. Right? And I'm here to make a documentary for my own purposes, to document part of my life. I've been here as a remand prisoner. It's no good hiding, love. I think it's pretty pathetic that you don't come out and say your piece. Thank you. Now, as you can see, it has all changed and it's all new buildings. Now, all this place here was billets. It were billets, old army billets. And as you can see now, it's all new buildings. None of this were here. It's all been rebuilt. And as I say, they've joined it up to Rudgate next door and called it Whelston, a closed category C prison. Now, I know quite a few lads in here, and I've brought quite a few lads as mothers and parents up to this prison, as you'll see in the comments later. I've come here on many occasions as a visitor, and now I'm here to do an audit on the prison. Now, when this part here was Hmp Rudgate, the gatehouse would have been pretty much where it is now. Only, as I've said before, it were billets. It were billets. And not like it is now. You go through the main gates here, straight over and into visits room at the back of it. This is here as the visitors centre, all publicly accessible. And there you go, inside. Not open yet for visitors. Have you got anything to say about sex having, female staff having sex with inmates? Hey? This is publicly accessible, love. I'm entitled to film. You got nothing to say? Well, I thank you for that. I'm not, it's publicly accessible, love. As you can see, this here is a visitor centre. I'm a visitor. Thank you. Now, as I walk in here and go round here, as I've said before, this was an open prison. And as you can see here, this is the visitor centre. You come in here, you book in, they take all your money off you and everything, and then you fetch you out of the back door. I believe that building there is the new visiting room. I've got my bearings right. Or maybe over there. I think you come out of the gatehouse into the rooms over there, and visiting rooms are on bottom floor. I've already been approached with police, and it's got 10 wings now, this place. There's 220 housed in Hmp Thorpe Arch. Old Hmp Thorpe Arch is the single units, and the drug rehabilitation part. And in total, this prison houses, it's got, like I've said, it's got 10 wings, and it holds up to 820 prisoners. And here we go, look, main gates, and we're going to stand back here because it sounds like something's coming out, and I know I'm not allowed near that gate when there's anything coming out. And there we have main gatehouse, Hmp Whelston. Let's see if I can get this officer. You got to say about drugs getting smuggled in with screws here, boss? No? An admission of guilt, even if you know what your mates are doing? No, they don't want to talk about it. But like I've said, this place, a bit of social distancing here. It's alright, love, I'm moving aside for social distancing, but I can see you're a prison officer. And have you got out to say about female staff having sex with inmates here? Regular. You ain't got any drugs in that bag, have you? They smuggle drugs in as well. Stop selling them spice. It's not good for them. Now, as you see, it is a pretty big prison, this. And I'm going to walk up this way because I might get a better view for you. And like I said, my mate were in here, and he told me that it is actually unreal the amount of drugs that get smuggled in here. So these screws are absolutely bang at it. Now, I'm going to try something here with my selfie stick and see if I can get you, because this is what Marty does. Can you see how better there? I don't know. Maybe. Yes. As you can see, it is an absolute massive nick now. You won't believe this, what old army billets, like I've said, like Ramby, Kirkham, all same sort of billets. And as you can see, them celled windows from here, you can see it's celled windows. When you look at the size of them bars, they knock at least 18 inches of light, I reckon, in total, out of the cell. Now, as you can see at this end here, as you can see at this end here, you see all cell windows. You see all cell windows there. Well, at this end here, is where the old field would have been. Now, down here in this area is where there was a big field where people used to walk all the dogs and everything. And people used to come here because other side, right up the far corner, there was a sty where public could walk over and carry on walking. But that particular corner at prison was fenced, and it didn't used to have this metal bits on bottom. I've got a screw coming up. And people used to come up and throw stuff out onto that exercise yard, and then cons used to pick it up. Now, there's a screw coming here for an interaction, so I'm going to give him an opportunity to come and speak to me. And as you can see, all them cells, like I said, there is 10 wings here. There's 10 wings here. They've got a vulnerable prisoners wing, same as every nick, nonces and people that get battered all the time, and then you've got others that want to get off drugs. Believe it or not, there is quite a few that do want to get off drugs, and I'm going to walk back down here and see if I can get an interaction with these screws. So here we go. Let me get this sign on. Main entrance. Main entrance here, look. This is for deliveries. No, them screws have gone back in. Oh, alright. They don't want to interact with me. So I'm going to walk back down here. Like I said, when it was Hmp Rudgate, people's visits used to come in and go walking on that field, and they'd throw stuff underneath, and cons used to come out then, have a walk round and pick it up. One lad told me that he came up and he threw some under for his brother, and there was yeah, they were actually out on exercise at the time. So I'm going to walk down here. Hmp, look at that, on a public bus stop as well. Look at that, I find that fascinating. Look at that. Hmp Whelston, 4-parch. Not eating 4-parch anymore, is it? Yeah. There you go. Hmp Whelston. And I'd like to take this opportunity, because I keep forgetting to say, if you haven't already, please press subscribe and like, as it will help my channel. And as you can see, not one screw wanted to come. No police, no nothing. Does this mean? I think it's because I'm a little too early. I don't believe for 1 minute that the police are getting the message, and neither should you. And as you can see, these screw S's are down here, still waiting for a confrontation, I think. And like I say, there you are. There you are, look. Staff parking beyond this point. Unauthorised vehicles. Unauthorised vehicles will be removed. Yeah? Let's see if we can get these officers down here. And like I say, there it is. Hmp Whelston, ex-Hmp Thorpe Arch. Screws having sex with inmates, and still a dump. I mean, when you think of all the money they spent on that prison, and they've actually left Thorpe Arch in the state they've left it in. Now, as you can see, this is the screw S that didn't want to talk to me. Last chance, ladies. Would you like to comment? What about a comment on women staff having sex with inmates, as well as smuggling drugs in? Yeah? You got what to say? I'll walk on the other side because I can actually get you a better view from over here. And as you can see, look at it. Look at the size of them cell windows. They are little pokey cells, not big enough for one man. And these people put 2 men in themselves. Ridiculous. Now, I would like to say, please don't forget, like, share and subscribe, as it does help my channel. Thank you very much. Bye.